Hello, and welcome to the Worst Movie Podcast. I'm Ade.
And I'm Aaron, and this is a podcast where we watch the worst movies ever made in the hopes of finding a hidden gem.
Enjoy. What have you watched lately?
Last night, I binge watched a miniseries on Netflix called The Comeback about the 2004 Boston Red Sox team that won the World Series and came back from down 3-0 against the Yankees.
Yeah. What's it good?
Yeah, it was really good. I am not a Boston Red Sox fan. In fact, at the time, I was rooting for the Yankees because I remember watching all those games. But watching the documentary, I'm like, oh, this was the much better story, clearly, than the Yankees winning another World Series. So, yeah, it was...
Did you just not get like that inside story live while you were watching it? And
no,
like,
it was definitely a huge story at the time. Like, it was a huge part of it.
Yeah.
But, like, nobody expected them to come back from 3 down and, like, being a fan of the Yankees at the time. I mean, I still like the Yankees, but I was definitely rooting for them to win, and I thought they were going to win. And so having the other team come back and beat your preferred team sucks, even though that's definitely the better story.
Right.
Yeah, but it was interesting because it was a ton of like behind the scenes stuff and interviews with players and stuff that I didn't see at the time.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Cool. It was only 4 episodes, so too long. What have you been watching?
Just watched a movie last night in theaters called Over Your Dead Body, starring Jason Segel and Samara Weaving. It was fun. It wasn't like great. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. But it was really funny. Like Jason Segel and Samara Weaving were great in it. The premise is they're a couple having relationship problems, and they go on a romantic getaway for the weekend to a remote cabin in the woods with plans to kill each other.
Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer for this.
Yeah, and then hijinks ensue.
Was it good?
So, yeah, I thought it was funny. And I thought the best part was like the two of them and their chemistry and their anti-chemistry and banter.
Yeah.
So that was, I won't spoil much of the movie, but other characters come into play, and it's like a little, I mean, also it has Timothy Oliphant in it as well, and Juliette Lewis.
Favorite.
Yeah. Throwback to Hitman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fine in this, but I don't know, his character
was he wooden and flat like he always is? Was he Timothy Oliphant?
Yeah, I didn't really scrutinize it too closely, but no, he was a little over the top caricature-ish, but I think he always like has this swagger or like this
smirk.
Yeah. And I mean, that was still there.
Yeah.
So maybe you could read that as wooden for sure.
Yeah. Is it funny?
Yeah, that's funny.
You said it's Jason Segel, not Sudeikis.
Right.
Yeah. Are you a fan of his?
I like him. I don't know what you mean by fan in the sense of like, I'm not hanging outside,
that's clearly what I meant.
Yeah.
Are you stalking him
with poster board? No, I mean like he's not, if you had me draft my like top 10 leading men or, comedians, like, I don't know that he'd make it, but I like him. I feel
like I really want to like him. And I know he's a pretty good actor, but he grates on me after a while. I don't know what it is about him, but he just kind of gets on my nerves after a while.
Yeah, I don't know that I would say that. I think he's really good. Actually, I feel like Shrinking, which we've talked about a little bit, I felt like especially season 1, and maybe even up to, I haven't finished it, but up to the recent ones that I've watched, like he's the best part of it. I remember watching season 1, like anytime like he wasn't on the screen and like focused on the side characters, it just got kind of like meh and boring. But he like made it
Yeah.
really funny, and yeah, I think he's a great performer. Like I said, I thought he was great in this, and I don't know, I enjoy him.
Yeah. I liked him in Shrinking. I saw him in the Winning Time, the Lakers show.
I didn't watch that. Yeah.
I loved that season. I think he was in, because they replaced him with Adrian Brody in like the second season, I think,
Hmm.
because he played Pat Riley, who took over for.
They seem like very different actors.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't play the same character. They were playing different.
Oh, okay.
He was replaced. He played the coach, I think, and he was replaced or something by Pat Riley eventually.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I don't think he was in the. I can't remember how many seasons I watched, but after a while, I was like, he's great and he's believable in every scene, but just something about him, his voice gets on my nerves. I don't know what it is. I was just wondering if it's just me.
Maybe it's the characters he plays. I feel like he's been in some hilarious movies, like I Love You, Man, and Forgetting Sarah Marshall and stuff like that. Like
I feel like he's very spitty though.
Spitty.
Yeah, like there's a lot of
occupational hazard working with committed actors.
Yeah,
just get a lot of spit.
Have you seen the actor from Mindhunter? He played King George in Hamilton too?
Yeah,
when he's also very spitty, and I think that bothers me
from Hamilton. Well, what was that scene or that song or whatever? Yeah, it's
he has a few like solo songs that he sings in Hamilton, and every time that's just spit flying out of his mouth.
There were a lot of close-ups on the Disney version of that.
I know, it was uncomfortable. He said that just happens. It's he can't control it.
Yeah.
But I feel like Jason Segel's the same way, and it kind of bothers me.
So there's the wooden, actor you're not fully committing to the part. Then there's just like how much
foaming at the mouth.
How much spit do you have?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, how much spit did Dolph Lundgren have in He-Man, Masters of the Universe? How's that transition?
That was terrible. I don't even know how to answer that question. He was fine in Masters of the Universe. He was not. I don't know. It was not a good.
Would you rather have Jason Segel's spit on your face or Dolph Lundgren?
Neither. I don't know. I guess Dolph Lundgren, because I don't think of him as a spitty person, so maybe it'd be a small amount. If it's Jason Segel's spit, he's going to slobber all over me.
I love how much you thought about that question. Like you're really deep in thought for a second there.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to give a quality answer.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate you taking my unserious questions seriously.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Masters of the Universe from 1987. So this month we're covering, I don't quite know how to like capture this theme in a nice quippy, 2 to 3 words, but it's movies before they're remade in 2026. So
yes,
Masters of the Universe is going to be coming out. A new movie is going to be coming out in 2026. And so we thought we'd revisit the original live action film from 1987. Obviously a remake of would you call it a remake? I don't know, an interpretation of the cartoon series from the 80s.
A live action adaptation.
Yes, sure. So we'll get to some of the adaptation pieces in a bit, but this was directed by Gary Goddard, who this is his only feature film credit. He created a company that does theme park and live show
Landmark Entertainment
designs.
Group.
Yes. Very successful. I think they've done theme park stuff, and I don't know, for a lot of places. Is that big enough?
I feel very informed.
Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Goddard will appreciate this.
Yeah.
glowing review of his
Well, he
life
left
and
the
career.
company.
Well, I mean, but it's still part of his legacy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Uh, and then the movie stars Dolph Lundgren and Courtney Cox in one of her first film roles.
Yeah.
Maybe was it her first film role? I think she
I
had
think
like
it
a cameo.
it might have been. Let me see.
I think it's probably her first like major film role. She was first known for being in a Bruce Springsteen video.
Yes, Dancing in the Dark.
Yes. But it also stars Frank Langella and Meg Foster, who I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit more. Rotten Tomatoes gave this a 21%. As we've talked about before, this was pre like Rotten Tomatoes. So grain of salt with that rating, but it had a $22 million budget and made $17 million at the box office.
And
Definitely
was not
bombed.
favorably reviewed when it came out either.
No,
So
not in the least.
yeah.
First of all, what's your connection to He-Man? Or like, had you seen this movie? Did you?
No, it wasn't on my radar at all. This was definitely before my time for Saturday morning cartoons. I was more of a mid 90s instead of mid 80s kid. So yeah, I have no relationship to He-Man or Masters of the Universe. I didn't know this movie existed. I don't know any of the characters or like what's special about them. So I went in blind.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, He-Man was super important to me. So it hit me right at the sweet spot without going too much into my childhood stories. I watched this a lot. I don't remember much of it, but I remember liking it a lot.
You watched this movie or the cartoon?
The cartoon.
Okay.
And I even we had a dog that I named She-Ra, which is He-Man's sister, that doesn't appear in this movie, but is in the cartoons. I remember having He-Man toys. So I think I would have been 9 when this movie came out.
You're right there in the target audience.
Yeah, maybe 8 years old when it came out. So yeah, I was right in the target audience. I don't think I saw this movie in theaters. I may have seen it, like bits of it on TV in the 90s. I have this like vague memory of I've had one babysitting job in my life, and I have a vague memory of babysitting this kid in my neighborhood when I was in high school, and he was watching this and me thinking like it looked really bad.
Yeah.
But if I saw this as a 8-year-old, it's completely forgotten.
Yeah. I've never had a babysitting job.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was, I don't, I still to this day wonder, I forget completely who that family was, how they found me and chose me as a babysitter.
I feel like it's an oldest sibling job. Me being the youngest sibling, I never was chosen for anything of responsibility.
Maybe. And I also feel like, especially in the 90s, it was much more of a let's find the oldest sibling girl to babysit.
Yeah.
Not the boy. So I don't know. I don't think I was friends with the little kid or anybody in their family. So my other memory of it is I remember he ate dinner that his mom had prepared for him, and it was tofu. And I was just like, gross. What are you eating? So maybe that's why I never babysat for him again, because maybe I insulted his food and his movie choices.
Yeah.
And he was like, that kid was mean.
Yeah, probably. That's probably it.
Yeah.
Word got around.
Yeah.
Ruined your babysitting career.
Yeah. So a little bit of background on He-Man. So our timing is prescient because I just read this week that the man who invented He-Man passed away.
Oh.
And I was reading his obit in the New York Times, and it had a little bit of backstory about He-Man. And basically, I may get some details wrong, but the gist of it is that George Lucas came to Mattel to get them to like try to license the Star Wars toys,
Mm-hmm.
and Mattel turned them down.
Yeah.
And then Star Wars obviously was wildly successful, and the toys were a money making machine. So Mattel was like, we've got to find an answer to this in the market. And so
Yeah.
they created He-Man. And so yeah, I mean, it was basically invented to sell toys.
And this movie, I guess, was heavily marketed as the Star Wars of the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and there were definitely parts of this movie you could tell were heavily inspired from Star Wars.
Well, the henchmen, instead of stormtroopers, they were stormtroopers with like a Darth Vader mask, kind of.
They were just black instead of
Yeah.
white.
Yeah. I also thought there's so much that ripped. I thought the theme song sounded exactly like the Superman theme song.
Yeah, I said the same thing, that they just ripped off John Williams throughout the whole movie for the music, because they had that. They also had like some Star Wars sounding, like they ripped off the Imperial March song.
Yep.
And I mean, I guess it's a spoiler for the end of the movie, but it basically ends with the villain falling down a huge shaft, just like Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah. Do you know much about Canon Films that produced this?
No.
All right, we'll dig in. I'll try to be brief, but 80% of my background notes are about Canon Films. So this is a notorious studio that started in 1967, and they first found success by producing English language versions of Swedish softcore porn films. And they basically grew to like, they found a model for buying like bottom of the barrel price scripts and then putting them into production, and would just churn out low budget,
like B movies.
Yeah. Exploitation, sci-fi, action movies. So like they would do a lot of sequels. They did all the Death Wish sequels. They did a bunch of Chuck Norris movies, movies with Sylvester Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme. And like their peak was in 1986. They released 43 movies in 1 year. So they were just like a factory. Yeah. And so like their background, I would watch a whole docuseries based on them because it just sounds fascinating, like how they started and then grew to I guess the heights of their power and then imploded. So 1986 was the peak, and then 1987, which is when Masters of the Universe came out. So they came out with this, and also Superman 4, which has to be on our list. I saw Superman 4 for the first time a few years ago, and oh man, that is no words.
It's a contender.
Yes, it's a contender. And like you alluded to earlier, I think they started putting more and more money behind some of this big IP and like talking it up. Like, so they really set expectations that this was going to be the Star Wars of the 1980s.
Yeah.
And it bombed. Superman 4 bombed, and basically they went bankrupt. And so a lot of the problems with this movie is they ran out of money.
Yeah.
Mid shoot, and then also like did a bunch of things even pre-production, like decisions that were based on budget. So I didn't remember a lot of that. I had to like remind myself and watch a little bit of the original cartoon, but in the cartoon there's a sidekick for He-Man called Orko. There's like this floating wizard guy or whatever, and basically they were like, there's no way we can afford to render him, or I don't know, like do this. So they invented the little goblin guy, Gwildor, as kind of a stand-in for that. And then even like, so He-Man lives in Eternia, this whole other planet, and yada yada, I don't know, whatever. And so they were like, it's too expensive to film this whole other planet.
Yeah.
So most of this takes place in like a suburban strip mall.
Yeah.
And so they invent this like ridiculous backstory of like this intergalactic battle, all teleporting to this
There's a
American
key
suburban, yeah,
that
strip mall. Basically just because of the budget. So
yeah.
like the fact that Canon Films was almost out of money,
Yeah.
like really was why this movie was so terrible. Like they ran out of money on the shoot, and so like the end battle between He-Man and Skeletor is just it was just filmed with just the two of them on set. They couldn't afford the extras and all that.
Yeah. It was the two of them and like a skeleton film crew, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And like intentionally shot with very low light so, so that you couldn't really see
Yeah.
the ugly scars.
And then the shots on Eternia. I mean, this movie just looks terrible. That it's like they're trying to show these landscapes that it's like if you asked me and you to paint the landscape background. I mean, I don't you
Yeah.
like I'm not saying like you're terrible or like I'm terrible. I'm sure we're like decently competent, but we're definitely that's not our thing. It's not
I
like they
can get
found
color on canvas if that's what you're asking.
yeah. So yeah, those and I think I can't remember what movie we talked about the special effects. Like this has to be the worst special effects you've seen in
Yeah,
a movie.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was up
Uh,
there for sure.
yeah. So anyway, it's just yeah, it's fascinating. So I think they went bankrupt this year. They're in 87 or the following like a year or two later. Yeah, it's crazy.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me how quickly He-Man fell off because I know it was a popular cartoon and everything. And it was like this movie came out the year I was born, so this should have been like the height of
Mm-hmm.
its popularity. And by the time that I was like watching cartoons, it was gone. Like
Yeah.
it was not on TV anymore. I don't remember the toys were gone. Like I don't remember anybody being into He-Man.
Yeah. I don't
And
know if yeah, I don't remember enough of the cartoon and I haven't studied enough of the lore to like is there enough of a story here and depth to care so
well, I
maybe that was
watched
part of
this
it too.
whole movie and I don't know what the lore or the story behind He-Man is still.
Yeah. Well, let's start there. Like I was kind of confused about that all I know about the lore is what I looked up after I watched this movie
Yeah.
because yeah, like you said, they just kind of jump in and sometimes I like when movies jump in and don't like do a lot of exposition and tell
Yeah.
you. But this needed it if you're going to introduce a whole new alien race
Universe.
and yeah, and different yeah, this whole power struggle and all that stuff. Like at least something. Uh but even more basic than that, what are He-Man's powers? Like what
I
is
know.
he as a hero, as the main character we're supposed to be rooting for? Who is he? What's his backstory? Like
Yeah, I had to
any
look it
origin
up to
story?
just find out that he's just the most powerful being in the universe.
Yeah, the characters all like his enemies all seem to fear him, but we
Yeah.
never really see he doesn't like break out any crazy like power like it doesn't seem like he's stronger than anybody else. He's
Yeah.
not a better shot or swordsman or anything.
Yep. And he's not like invincible or anything either. Like they get the best of him.
Many times.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
then
also had issue with a lot of the fight scenes in this movie. It's probably budget related, but they're so close. It's like a bunch
yeah,
of close up, quick edit. Like here's a
yeah.
hand punching, like close up, and like there's no big. You don't get the scope of the action scene, and it's such fast editing that you're like, it's just making me want to lie down. I don't know,
Yeah.
like
And all the yeah, there's a lot of sword fighting that's all close like you can't tell what's happening.
yeah,
And then there's some gunplay, but it's all lasers with the cheapest looking laser that you can imagine.
yeah,
And like clearly I'm sure it's always hard, but the actors are guessing where the laser is going to hit and what's going to it's very very poorly done.
Yes.
Why don't you give us a plot summary?
There's not much plot, and I didn't write any of this down, so let's see how this goes.
I'm sure you won't bastardize it any more than the writers of this movie did.
So the story in He-Man is that Castle Grayskull is the center of all power in the universe, and it's on this planet called Eternia, which is where He-Man is from, and they protect this castle. And He-Man's arch nemesis is Skeletor, who desires to, I guess, get into the Castle Grayskull, and that gives him all of the power in the universe, I guess, and makes him
so.
master. And so they're just trying to stop him, and he has stolen a magic key from this what was his name? Gwildor?
Gwildor.
Yeah, Gwildor. He made a key that lets him teleport to anywhere in the universe, and so he's going to use this key to teleport into Castle Grayskull. And He-Man is trying to stop him. But it ends up with them going to Earth for most of the movie. So and following around a few teenagers and their story.
What? I'm just laughing because it's so ridiculous. It's just, yeah, the whole thing sounds ridiculous. Like the He-Man source material probably just sounds ridiculous on paper anyway, because it's this, I don't know, it's just silly names. And like, what kind of name is He-Man anyway? Like, I don't know.
And I mean, he doesn't have the same haircut in this movie as he does in the cartoon, but what were they thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's just so ridiculous. Like, we shouldn't talk about the plot much, but it's like, yeah, this key doesn't really make sense. And then the why they're on Earth doesn't make sense. And then
how the key works doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't really understand why Skeletor is trying to get the second key, and then why
I know
He-Man needs a second. Like, it seems, I guess their whole plan. Can we jump to the end real quick and then come back to the beginning? Because I guess their whole plan is to get this key and teleport. He-Man teleports back into Castle Grayskull to get Skeletor out. I don't know. Skeletor has this huge army. He's
that's
like,
what it seems like.
He's like Darth Vader and the Imperial forces.
Yeah, and they steal the Imperial March music during the scene where we see them all.
And then the final scene is they use this key to, He-Man's already captured by Skeletor. And so this dwarf scientist goblin character.
Yeah.
And He-Man's two trusty military people. It doesn't seem like He-Man has an armed force, just two soldiers.
Yeah, Man-at-Arms and his daughter Teela.
Yeah, so the three of them, two American teenagers, one of them played by Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
And then a incompetent police officer who's like, all teleport into Skeletor's realm, castle, whatever, and fight the whole Imperial Guard, and save the day. And it's like, I don't know. It didn't make any sense. I'm
very confused by the plot. Like, why did He-Man need the key to go back to Castle Grayskull? Doesn't he have access to that place?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, yeah, I don't know. And yeah, if you're Skeletor and you already have the key, just teleport in and take the power. Did they need He-Man's sword?
I don't know.
But what does it matter if there's another key? If He-Man teleports in, just you have your whole army there, just capture him.
Yeah, and they already captured He-Man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I don't understand the plot.
Yeah, the plotting makes no sense. So let's not talk too much about the plot. This key, this teenager finds it, and he's like, "This is one of those Japanese synthesizers," because it's playing sounds.
Yeah.
And he says that twice, right?
Yeah.
Is that
takes it to a music shop to have his friend look at it and tell him what kind of synthesizer it is.
Is that like a little bit of xenophobia from the 80s of like just the Japanese are creating all these like crazy technology?
I think that the Japanese were just the leading edge of technology. He assumed if he hasn't seen it, it must be the new thing from Japan.
Yeah. I mean, it looked cool, I
It
guess.
did look cool. It
If I
was
found that in a
stupid.
field, I don't think I'd start pressing buttons. Would you?
No. Especially since it clearly fell from space. It's probably 1,000,000 degrees. And yeah, I wouldn't just pick it up and start pressing buttons and then steal it.
I mean, it looks like a weapon. Like it has a handle.
It's got spikes all over it.
Yeah, I wouldn't just be like,
Spinning
what does
spikes.
this do? Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah. And so
Pointing at people.
as the story progresses, the extra key gets destroyed essentially, and they have to recreate it. But I don't understand how it works. He just plays the noises it makes on an actual keyboard, like a Casio.
Yeah, I don't think the writers really they clearly didn't try to. There's so many gadgets in this movie that are just like the characters are walking around, and then anytime they need a gadget, it's just conveniently there. Like they just pull it out of their pocket or something, and it does something magical, like show what happened in this space previously. Like, or
that was the wildest thing. She did that, and I was like, "What the fuck is that technology?" You can just go to a place and dial in. You want to see what happened here 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, I mean that'd be pretty cool.
That is awesome.
What piece of technology would you most want from this movie? Would it be that? What about the truth collar that makes anybody tell you the truth?
That they just left behind.
Yeah, and the other guy had a key for it to unlock. Like he's just carrying around a key for that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the truth collar was pretty cool, but I don't think that I would like need that very often.
I guess I would.
Unless I decide
you just
to
like walk
become a
up to
villain.
Amanda and like slap it on her.
Yeah.
Did you eat the last of my yogurt?
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that was probably the coolest thing that is like so far beyond
being able to see back in time.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I would use it for though. What would you use it for?
I don't know. Maybe go to Dealey Plaza in Dallas and find out what really happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess that's you could solve crimes.
Yeah.
Be like
you'd be like the best detective in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. The career path there with that.
Maybe we should invent that technology.
You're fucked if you lose it though.
Yeah.
It stops working someday.
If you have that if you have that gadget, do you think you could use it discreetly so they just think you're a good detective? Or would they like pretty quickly be like, well, thank you for creating that gadget. I'll just take it and
yeah, and also you have to be able to prove that what you're seeing actually happened. Like if there's no evidence left behind, you still have to prove it. I think this is another show. Somebody that knows what happens, but they have to figure out how to prove it.
I feel like did you ever watch what was that Psych?
Yeah.
Where I feel like that was kind of the premise of a lot of the shows where he would pick up on clues, but he couldn't really say because he was pretending to be psychic.
Yeah.
He couldn't really say, I know because I saw this, this, and this. So it was all about like reverse engineering
the evidence.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, it's been done.
Yeah. I mean, it could add a cool little sci-fi element to it. Like,
yeah,
you're actually from you're from Eternia and you have this, gadget that you can use.
Yeah.
So we should work on a spec draft.
Yeah.
Script.
Okay.
I have just a bunch of random notes. Skeletor's finest warriors don't seem like very good warriors.
No.
They're bested by Courtney Cox.
Yeah. Nobody dies in this either.
Yeah. It's PG. Which I think one of the Mattel things was they didn't want He-Man to do anything wrong, like kill anybody or actually hurt anybody.
Yeah, it
which
was
is
funny
like,
because like so many people got shot and then they just come back in the next scene and I was like, oh, I guess they're okay.
well, that's what happens when you're shooting them with fake lasers.
Yeah.
They just have like a little bit of like paint that looks like a burn on their arm, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, they set their blasters to stun, I guess.
Could you imagine running around filming that movie in the He-Man costume? He's basically
In his
naked.
underwear the whole
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
it seems terrible.
He looked good. He was glistening.
Yeah, not a very good actor.
No. In fact, they had to go back and redub all of his dialogue afterwards because they were going to use another actor to do the
Yeah,
voice acting. And I think that I can't remember who put the nix on that, but he basically said he'll redo it. So
yeah.
he
It
had
seemed
to
like
record all of his lines over again.
there was a contractual problem. I think like he wouldn't let them use a different actor. Like he wanted to do it, so it
Yeah.
was his voice, but it was dubbed.
And it was still bad.
Yeah, it was still very. I mean, you want to talk flat and wooden.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is like Dolph Lundgren's actually a great actor, so I don't think it's a surprise. But for somebody who had to carry a movie, like
Mhm.
there was no charm, there was no charisma, there's no humor from that character. There was nothing.
There was like not that much dialogue even.
Well, it seemed like they cut as much as possible.
Yeah.
You barely knew who he was as a character.
Yeah. Like you got halfway through the movie and it was still like, is he even the main character in this movie?
Yeah, if
We're
you didn't
following
know,
a lot of other characters right now.
if you didn't know that He-Man was the hero, yeah, it was hard to tell. Because
Yeah.
again, you couldn't even tell, like, did he have powers? Did he? I mean, he
Yeah.
didn't seem like he really did anything. And
He had
like
a
you said,
cool sword.
yeah, but it didn't really like do anything special. It was
Yeah.
just a big sword.
Yeah. Oh, when in the big battle with Skeletor at the end, they were straight using lightsaber sounds at times. uh, yeah, I just thought that was a funny little note.
I made Kelly watch like 15 minutes of it.
Mhm.
And I think we need a podcast episode that's just the audio of Kelly talking during watching a movie like this. She started watching when all the quote unquote Skeletor's finest go into the school gym and they're like chasing Courtney Cox around. And Kelly was like, why is she wet? She just like was wet all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And she just started laughing every time He-Man talked
Yeah.
because he was so terrible.
I couldn't tell what his accent was either. Like he's what, German?
He's Swedish. I kept
Swedish?
saying he was Russian when we first watched, but I think that's just from Rocky. Yeah. But yeah, he's Swedish.
Yeah, but he sounded British a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It was hard to tell what he was going for.
This is like the Hitman episode. Like, I don't really know that I could tell you what a Swedish accent sounds like versus Norwegian versus Danish versus,
Fair. Yeah.
I mean,
same.
I can tell the difference probably between that and British, but yeah.
Yeah. It was not good, whatever it was going for.
Yeah. I had a big problem with just the whole sci-fi element of it. Like if it was trying to be, I was just like, okay, these people are teleporting here from another planet and there's no even like cursory, they don't know this planet. It's not a planet they visited before.
Yeah.
And they're not even like trying to like, oh, is the air and like, and
Am I
they all
gonna
know
die from the sun?
Yeah, they all know English and like there's no
Lucky.
yeah,
because they just teleported there at random and Gwildor said they could have gone to any place in the known universe. They just happened to go to a habitable planet full of humans that speak the same language.
Yeah, and apparently any point in time too.
Yes.
So yeah, and then there's like a brief mention, they start eating food and they're like, oh, this came from an animal, and like they're disgusted.
Yeah.
But like you just start eating food from a random planet. Like I don't know. Like it just bugged me how this tried to be a sci-fi epic, but
yeah,
didn't give you any of the basics.
Yeah. It was just a low budget film in a shopping mall.
Yeah, it felt like a student film at times.
It did a lot.
I was like, we could get together and do like parts of this. Which
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to them. Like I feel like everybody seemed to really commit to it and really give it a lot of energy.
Oh, especially Frank Langella, who played Skeletor.
Yeah.
I thought Skeletor was fun. He was hamming it up. He was like a Shakespearean villain.
It felt, I did think it was a very Raul Julia M. Bison performance.
Yeah.
It was that same energy.
Very much so. I saw that Dolph Lundgren said this movie was his least favorite film role. And Frank Langella said this was his favorite.
Yeah. He said it was favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't see that about Dolph. Why did he say that?
I don't know. I think it just was not a good movie. And I think that maybe the studio and Mattel interfering with it.
I mean,
Plus he sucked in it.
yeah. I mean,
he had to go redo all of his lines.
The whole thing. I mean, you have to cast an actor. I have no background in film, so I'm just talking out my ass clearly. But from this, it's like they cast him just based on his pecs, and it's like they really need an actor who could like have some charm and charisma and that the audience could connect with, and it was not that.
Well, I mean, the entire He-Man line is just a cash grab. It's trying to cash in on the popularity of Star Wars and things like that. So they're already starting from a place of lowest creative investment, highest financial outcome. So like they're obviously just going for the easiest, cheapest.
Yeah, but I mean, especially knowing that the studio went bankrupt after this, like, you know, I feel like if you were putting that much money into this movie, you would try to get an actor who, you know, could.
Well, this was the year after Rocky IV, so maybe they were banking on him being a big star.
Yeah, he was in Rocky, and what there was another something that he was popular in before this.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, never. I don't think he had a leading role before this. So
yeah.
Who
else? Who would you have cast instead?
I mean, I don't know. Like I think a Schwarzenegger is like clearly like this needed an Arnold in this role.
Yeah,
it would have been a much better movie.
Yeah,
like he has the comedic chops and the charm. I think to really do it right.
Yeah. This was 87. When did Terminator 1 come out? 84?
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure he would have been way too expensive for this, but like that's the like, Arnold's up here.
Yeah. I feel like Arnold is the peak of that type of of actor.
But Dolph is, I mean, I'm sure he's a great, I mean, I don't know. Like he may be a great person, but like compared to on the Arnold scale, if Arnold's a 10, Dolph is, I mean, he's best as the villain who gives one or two lines in a movie.
The Jaws,
just stands
Drago's
looking angry.
Yeah, the henchman.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of Courtney Cox in this?
I thought she was good. I think I think she quite clearly had whatever it is.
Yeah. It's hard for me to tell since I have so much affinity for I love Friends, and I feel like even just hearing Courtney's voice, I'm like, oh, like I can feel the endorphins. And
it's
so
super nostalgic.
Yeah, so I think I'm probably really biased. Like I do wonder if she was a no-namer, would I think it was a good performance? Because like there's some moments where it's like really bad dialogue and scenes, like when she's like shot in the leg or whatever, and she's moaning. I was like, it's a little rough.
I mean, the whole movie was that way. It wasn't like she stood out for that performance or that scene specifically. Like
Yeah.
everyone had scenes like that where it was just shitty dialogue, and what do you do with it?
Well, it does make me feel, let's just say, I think she's fortunate that she had a thriving career. If like this is one of her first film roles and it's on her reel and people still hired her, like it's hard to watch any scene and be like, yeah, I see something in her.
Mm, yeah,
Probably because so
I
much around it was bad. Like it's just hard to,
yeah, I thought she was better than that. I guess
yeah.
I thought she was like you could clearly see what came after in this movie. Like her where she went in her career after this, you could clearly see that she had the beginnings of it in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was
Uh,
good. I liked her. I didn't think that the um Kevin or whatever his name was, the other
boyfriend.
teenager. Yeah, Kevin. I didn't think
Yeah.
that he was that good of a
We
character.
didn't really talk much about their story. Like I didn't understand their story at all. Like she at the beginning of the movie, she was going to leave town and leave him, even though
Well,
they were
they
in
had just
love.
graduated and she was basically leaving town to go to college.
Hmm.
Was what I
But they were going to
understood.
break up, right?
Yeah. Like this was the events that transpired in this movie was like going to be their last date or whatever. They were going to go on one last date together before she left for college.
And the date was she was just going to watch him practice with his band.
She also made him go to the graveyard with her. She's an orphan, so she had to go
Yeah.
visit her parents'
Yeah. I mean, I
grave.
understand that part. That's not like that was just a few minutes. But like the last date, he was just going to be like, all right, I'm going to play with my band. You can just sit around and watch. Like that's kind of a shitty thing to do as a boyfriend.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
He also
Girls like
complained
musicians.
about what the date was. He said something like, "It's not a very fun final date because I don't know what she wanted to do, but I don't know. It didn't seem like they'd planned it out very well."
Yeah. Well, she ends up staying, I guess, because they got teleported back in time so she could save her parents from dying.
Yeah, from the plane crash that killed them. Yeah,
Um,
there's also a police officer involved who was played by the principal from Back to the Future.
yeah, he was in a bunch of stuff. He was in
Yeah,
what
James
else was he?
Tolkien.
Top Gun, War
Yeah,
Games.
yeah,
Oh, he just passed away in March
yep,
as well. So
yeah.
R.I.P.
Rip.
Any other notes? Oh, at the end, am I evil if I'm He-Man? I'm like, yeah, you can kill these teenagers on Earth, and I'm going to defeat you. Like Skeletor gives him a choice, and it's like save these people you met 2 hours ago in this remote planet, or
Lose your home
you let
planet.
me control the universe. And it's like, well, you're evil, and I don't want you to control the universe, so you can go ahead and kill my friend.
Yeah, it's the train car or the trolley car
Yeah,
problem.
but a much bigger scale. I think we're led
Yeah,
to believe.
the entire universe or two teenagers that you'd never met before.
Yeah, is that bad?
No, I think that's a fair trade.
I don't think I really understood the whole time what Skeletor's. I knew he wanted power, but it's also like, what is he actually doing with the power, or
Or what does
how's
he
he?
do when he's not
Yeah, yeah.
trying to gain power?
Like he's
Like
already
what's
really
his day to
powerful.
day?
Like, yeah. What is this?
He's got an army already.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't get
I
it.
yeah. I maybe need to rewatch the cartoon because it's.
I think if I was
I,
like 7 years old and when this came out, I'd be all about it, but I don't get it.
yeah. Well, are you interested in watching the new one?
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. It looks better than this, but
Well, yeah. I mean, like I mean, to that point, do you think there's any the 1987 movie? There's no way a movie of that quality could be made today, right? Like, and released in theaters.
no, probably not a wide release. I can't imagine, but maybe. Uh,
L-
I mean,
like they tried to do a Star Wars scale epic
yeah,
with a budget that was 1% of that. Like,
yeah.
Like you couldn't release a movie that looked this terrible.
No, probably not.
Like,
Although Borderlands, I thought was pretty shitty.
yeah, but
It
at
was
least they,
clearly trying to do a Marvel movie
yeah, but at
type
least
production.
they just didn't have a script and yeah, but they at least like put
Funding
money into
wasn't their
production.
issue.
Yeah, like there are parts that like looked like the costumes were
Yeah.
decent. Like Skeletor's mask kind of bugged me. Like it was like he's supposed to be a skeleton and it's like a rubber mask
You
that
could
like
see
moved
it
when he talked.
inflating around his mouth when he was breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Uh yeah. Anyway, yeah, what do you think about the new one coming out?
I think it looks fine. However, what is going on with Idris Elba? Why is he in all these movies?
uh, uh, do you have to
15 or
ask
20
like
years ago, I'd be like, he's going to be the next big leading man in Hollywood.
yeah,
And he's just doing superhero movies now. I don't
I
get
mean
it.
big fat paychecks. Like
He's in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. He's Knuckles. He went from Stringer Bell to Knuckles.
I mean, he's getting big paychecks and then going and DJing like in Ibiza and
Yeah,
hanging out.
I just was hoping his movie career would be better.
Yeah, it does feel so. The trailer it looks good. I feel like who knows? Maybe they'll inject some something unique and interesting about it. But it does. Speaking of Marvel, it feels like they're trying to make a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And it's in this universe that like nobody cares about. Like if you like I grew up on the He-Man cartoons and I'm
Yeah.
sure there are people who are like I still watch them all the time and I love them and like you and some people who are into the lore, but that's got to be like
Almost nobody.
dozens of people. Not it's not like how I feel about Batman where I'm like, oh, like it's such a great this like epic sweeping story with this emotional depth and like this
Yeah.
range of characters that you could talk and like mine for for generations. Like He-Man's just kind of like, yeah, it's this like hokey toy that
Yeah.
big muscles and sword that is shiny. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like as soon as they like every time they mentioned in this movie like characters' names and stuff like that, like my eyes just kind of glazed over and I felt like
Yeah.
watching the trailer. It's like that same sort of thing of like, okay, we're gonna go to Eternia now and see like I mean, there's no way I would be able to drag Kelly to this movie, like the
Yeah.
2026 movie to go see that in theaters.
Yeah. When I was watching the trailer the whole time, I'm like, who is this for? Like,
Yeah.
I guess Gen X, like somebody in Gen X might be really into seeing this, but like who?
Yeah. And I feel like we are, it's also been like so much of this like recycled, remade IP that it felt novel the first time it happened. But like by this time, it's like, okay, everything that I don't know, that I had has been remade. And I don't know, like I'm aged out of caring about that, I guess. Like maybe when I was 20, in my 20s and 30s, that would have been different.
But I don't feel like there's any 20-year-olds now that are like, yes, He-Man.
Right.
With a bunch of actors we've never heard of other than Idris Elba.
Alison Brie's in it. She plays the Evil Lynn.
Evil Lynn, which is the funniest name.
Yeah, I mean all the names in here. It's like they phoned this. And it's not like
it's
it could be maybe
funny.
Grab. Yeah, it could be funny, like in a like tongue in cheek sort of thing. But I don't know. I just hope they have a unique angle to the story but from the trailer, it just looked like you're just transported in this world and supposed to care about him saving his home planet.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
I hope you win, I guess.
Sucks for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Coming out June 2026. Clearly, this is not a sponsored podcast.
Yeah, if you ask me, this seems like another cash grab by the same people to try to make money back on the backs of comic book movies being popular.
But they're doing it at the wrong time.
Oh yeah, they completely. Yeah, they're obviously not leaders in this genre. Yeah. They missed the Star Wars boat, and they're missing the comic book movies boat too.
Yeah, they're coming back 10 years afterwards each time.
They're like, this is gonna be the Avengers of the 2020s.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, what are your all picks?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Courtney Cox was in this delightful little TV show called Seinfeld. I'm just kidding.
You can't make one of the most popular TV shows of all time your all pick. All picks kidding. Are supposed to be. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say like Cougar Town or whatever.
No. But I wish I had thought of that. No, Frank Langella was in a movie called Frost Nixon that I liked. With Michael Sheen about it was after Nixon had stepped down like several years later. He agreed to do a TV interview with David Frost, who was like a talk show host at the time and not somebody who was really to be taken seriously. But he took the interviews seriously, and they ended up being some of the best, most interesting like presidential interviews.
Did that win Best Picture? Was it nominated?
It was nominated for 5 Oscars. I don't know if it won.
It's directed by Ron Howard.
Yeah, it did not win any Oscars, but it was nominated for Picture of the Year. Frank Langella was nominated for Best Actor, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Film Editing. So, yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I missed that the time it came out.
Yeah. What about you?
I kind of struggled with all picks. I picked The Last Boy Scout, starring Bruce Willis.
Oh. I've never seen that.
Oh, really? It's a fun movie. I need to rewatch it. It's been a while, but yeah. So,
what's the connection here?
It's a good one. This is totally within the rules. So, Chelsea Field, who plays Tila in Masters of the Universe, plays Bruce Willis's wife in The Last Boy Scout.
Oh,
so I was trying to figure out where I'd seen her before, and that's it. So that's my pick. That counts.
Why is that a good movie? Why should I watch that?
It's like fun, like prime Bruce Willis. He's a I don't know.
You've not even seen this movie, have you?
I've seen it several times. I'm just trying to, it's just been a while. I'm trying to think of like how to sell it, but I don't really know. He's a wisecracking, won't take shit from anybody character. So like he plays in.
Yeah, it's John McClane.
Yeah. He's basically John McClane, but it's, he's the Last Boy Scout.
All right.
I forget why they call it the Last Boy Scout. But.
Yeah, because you never saw it.
Has football in it. American football.
You didn't even mention it has Damon Wayans in it.
Yeah, it does. He's the co-lead.
And Halle Berry. And Bruce McGill, our favorite.
Remind me who Bruce McGill is. I know we talked about it before.
He's just a character actor that's been in a lot of things. If you look him up, you'll know.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has an affair with Bruce Willis's wife.
Nice.
In the
Good
movie.
For him.
But yeah, Damon Wayans plays in the NFL in this movie, and I think Bruce Willis is investigating. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking now.
Fair enough.
That's all I have.
That's all I've got.
Send us email at theworstmoviepodcast@gmail.com. I'm Ade.
I'm Aaron. Thanks for watching and listening to The Worst Movie Podcast.